My voice is coming to all now. So students, we are going to revise the worksheet number 1. Question number 1 is the ancient Tamil country was also known as Tamilakam. Next is the most important poem of Sangam literature is Patu Patu. Patu Patu is the most important poem of Sangam literature. Well done those who are answering in the chat. The Chola kingdom was also known as Chola Mandalam. What was the earlier capital of Chola? Urayur was the earliest capital of Chola. No need to raise your hand, students. Okay, there is no need to raise your hands. The most famous Chola king was your Karikala Chola. I'm doing this worksheet fast because I have to do the chapter also. And then from the chapter, I'll ask the questions. Megasthenes wrote a book called Indica. Pandya used to export pearls to Rome, or you can write Romans. Both are correct. What was the capital of Pandyas? Madurai was the capital of Pandyas. Who was known as Red Chera? Saint Guttavan. He was known as the Red Chera. Which spice was in great demand in Western world? Pepper. Very good. Beta Bhumi, spelling of pepper C. It's ER. Okay, pepper. Next is Chola kingdom flourished in the fertile valley of Kaveri. It's true. The Chera or the Kerala country was situated in east south. No, it is situated in west. So it is false. The Satavahanas were also known as Andhras. True. Urayur was capital of Pandyas. False. Madurai was the capital. The word Sangam comes from Sangha, the Buddhist meaning assembly of monks. True. Now my question from you. Virat Solanki. Unmute yourself. Virat Solanki. No need to raise your hands. Sachman, Rudra, your all videos are off. I can see that. Switch it on, hurry up. Yashika, Yash Bhamnia. Yashika, Yash Bhamnia. Unmute yourself. Vedika. Vedika.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Vedika, define the word Sangam.
Ma'am, Sangam.
What is the meaning of Sangam?
Sangam means Buddhist an assembly of monks.
In Buddhist, the Sangha means the assembly of monks. In simple meaning.
Assembly, ma'am.
Assembly. Very good. Simple meaning is assembly. Vedika, you can mute yourself. Virat Solanki. Viraj, can you hear me? Yuvraj. Ishant.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yuvraj. Good morning. Yuvraj, Movinder means?
Ma'am, Movinder means
Movinder is a Tamil word. It means very good. Very good, Daksh. Very good, Bhumi. Kashi, Arav. Vanshika, you have not done. Yuvraj, my worksheet.
Ma'am, I was not well.
Beta, 2 days was given for the worksheet.
Ma'am, I was
Vanshika,
not well.
okay. Vanshika,
Good afternoon, ma'am.
good afternoon. Vanshika, same question. Movinder
Good
means
afternoon, ma'am.
good
Ma'am,
afternoon.
3 ruling families of that time.
3 ruling heads or families of that time. Who were the 3 ruling families, Vanshika?
Cholas, Cheras, and Pandyas.
Cholas, Cheras, and Pandyas. Good.
Pandyas.
Vanshika, 6th awesome. What is Patu Patu? Vanshika of 6th awesome. Sachman and Sakshmam Garg. Anuvansh and Dhruv. Tomorrow you will not enter in my class. Yashika, 6 Florence. Uday. Again and again this boy I have to tell. Sushant. Swasti. Switch on your videos. Rajat, 6 Florence. Hardik, Harman, Jay. Unmute Jay, Harman and Hardik. Hardik, Harman and Jay. Unmute yourself. Karen, Kirat. Karen, Kirat. Karen, can you hear me? Varun, Naman Hooda.
Good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Varun. Varun, what is Patu Patu?
Ma'am, Patu Patu. Ma'am, it is important poem, ma'am, of Sangam literature. Ma'am, its meaning is 10 long poems.
It's an important poem of Sangam literature. It describes the heroic deeds of Pandyas, Cholas, and Cheras. Ridhansh,
Yes,
Naman.
ma'am. Ma'am, can I mute myself?
Yes, Naman Hooda.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Ridhansh. Ridhansh, which religion was followed by the Tamils? Which religion?
Ma'am, Tamilakam.
Tamilakam. Religion.
Ma'am,
Naman Hooda. Namo. Dhruv Sharma, 6 Florence. Which religion was followed by the Tamils?
Ma'am, the Tamils were religious minded.
Religious minded. Which religion they were following? Namo. Hindu, Muslims, Buddhism, Zoroastrian. Which religion? Dhwani. It means that you people don't do worksheet. Divyam.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Same question. Dhwani.
Ma'am,
Buddhism. Correct. Good. Aprajita. Ayan Goyal. Ayan. Which country is traded with the people of Sangam literature? Yesterday I have discussed this.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Correct, Tashi. Yes, good afternoon.
Ma'am, Roman.
And Divyam. Divyam, yeah, why your video is off? Switch it on. My video is also on. Yours should be on. Only Rome. Divyam. Only Rome. One more. Whenever teacher is giving you some homework, come prepared. Agam Veer. Anirudh Gupta. Damandeep. Devik. Anirudh Gupta, Damandeep, Devik, Ganika. Ganika. Ganika, which countries were trading with? Aditya Chutani. Lagan.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, the countries which were trading with in Sangam age were Rome, Greece, Africa, Sri Lanka, and Southeast Asia.
Correct. Very good. It was Rome, Greece, Africa, Sri Lanka, and Southeast Asia. Saksham. Saksham Rana. Saksham.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Saksham. Saksham, which religion was followed by the Tamils?
I'm Buddhist and Hindu.
Buddhist and Hindu. One only.
Ma'am, I think so, Hindu.
Hindu. Just now I have discussed this.
Yes, ma'am.
Saksham.
I'm Buddhist.
Are you sure?
I'm Buddhist. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Buddhism only. Now you can open the topic Kushanas, everyone. I'm going to start the explanation of this Kushana. This I have explained you yesterday. I'm just giving you one brief introduction of these. Fine. So Kushanas started in your 1st century BC. When it started in your 1st century. Okay. BC. And Gandhara and Bacteria were the various peoples of Gandhara and Bacteria. They joined this Kushana's empire. Means the people who were living in Gandhara and Bacteria, they belonged to this Kushana's empire. The people of Gandhara and Bacteria were brought together. They were brought together under King Catphyses. Under King Catphyses, they were brought together. Means they came together. Yes, Naman, you can beta. It started in 1st century BC. The people from Gandhara and Bacteria, they were brought together under your King Catphyses. Chinese was ruled by Han Dynasty at that time. Han Dynasty loses their control over Central Asia. Their control was lost. So Kushana Empire expanded them, means expanded eastwards along with the southern borders. Kushana Empire expanded eastwards along with the southern branch of Silk Route. Buddhist texts, it's traveled to China. Buddhist texts were there. It traveled to China and many other places. Okay. Saksham, will you mute yourself? So again, I'm telling you one more time, Kushana Empire started there in 1st century BC. Gandhara and Bactria people were brought together under your king Cadphises. Chinese was ruled by Han Dynasty at that time. They lose control over Central Asia. So Kushana Empire took control of Central Asia. They expanded their kingdom towards eastwards and southern branch of your Silk Route. Southern branch of your Silk Route. There the trade flourished and cultural exchange took place in Silk Route. Kushana's empire was towards the northwestern part of the country. When the third king came, King Kanishka, he was very powerful ruler. He promoted Buddhism, okay, throughout the empire. He extended his empire towards Rome, Persia, and China. He was having good relationship with these countries. Financial success was there through Silk Route in his country. Trade also flourished. I told you now, through Silk Route, trade flourished in his empire. Cultural exchange took place between many countries. Buddhism came to China because of Kushana Empire only. Because large number of Buddhist and Buddhist texts travel to China from Kushana Empire only. Large number of your Buddhist texts travel to China through your Kushana Empire only. Beta, the ruler name is not mentioned. The famous ruler who started it was Kanishka, King Kanishka. We will talk about Kushana Empire, King Kanishka now. That who was he? How he started ruling. First, I want to show you the Silk Route. All can see? All can see the Silk Route? See, it started from China. Then covering China, your Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. From here, it is going till Iraq, Syria, Turkey, Greece, and last till Italy. This was your Silk Route, okay, through which the trade becomes easy to do with the countries. I will explain today Silk Route also to you. Now the main topic starts here about Kanishka. Kanishka AD 78 to AD 144. Kanishka AD 78 to AD 144. He was the one and the greatest king of the Kushana dynasty. Kanishka was the greatest king of your Kushana dynasty. Where he ruled, underline, he ruled over northern parts of Indian subcontinent. He ruled over the northern parts of Indian subcontinent. Underline, Afghanistan, Kashmir, and Central Asia. These were the northern parts where your Kanishka ruled. Kanishka was a great patron of Buddhism. I told you the patron meaning that day also. Okay. Patron means the person who gives financial support to something. So he gives financial support to Buddhism, to promote Buddhism. The year 78 AD means year 78 here means AD 78. Okay. AD 78 mark the beginning of the Saka era. Okay. Era means the period of the time of history. So AD 78, it marked the beginning of the Saka era. Saka era was a system of dating that King Kanishk might have used. Okay. Saka era is a system of dating that King Kanishk might have used. He came to throne in AD 78. He became king only in AD 78. Kanishka was a tolerant king. The coins which were made under his empire, it honored. Honored means it used to give respect to three religions. Zoroastrians, the religion of Iran, Greek, Greece religion, and Brahmanic gods. Brahmanic gods, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. That is Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahmaji. That is Brahmanic gods. So coins which were made at the time of Kanishka, he gave honor to all these three gods, to these three religions. His reign's contact with Roman Empire to increase the trade. He came in contact with Roman Empire to increase his trade. One of the most remarkable example of the fusion of his Eastern and Western culture was two schools. One was Gandhara School of Art and another was Mathura School of Art. One was Gandhara School of Art, another one was Mathura School of Art. So Gandhara School of Art used to Greco-Roman classical style. They used to follow Greco-Roman classical style. Okay, and your this Mathura School of Art, they were influenced by Mahayana sect. This you have done, beta. Mahayana sect and Hinayana sect. Beta, Greece and Roman mixed style is known as Greco-Roman style. What is Mahayana sect? Hinayana and Mahayana. Hinayana used to worship the idols of Buddha, but your Mahayana, they used to worship the mantras. They used to worship the mantras only. They worship the bodhisattvas. Bodhisattvas are the person who promote Buddhism, okay, who are on the path of the Buddha's teaching. So this Mathura School of Art was influenced by your Mahayana sect. They made headless statue of Kanishka. In the Mathura School of Arts, they were very much influenced by Mahayana sect. The images of Buddha were purely in Indian form in Mathura School of Arts. The Buddha images were purely in Indian form. And one headless statue of Kanishka was there, and there an inscription is written below this headless statue. The great king, the king of kings. This was written below this headless statue. It is a Kharosthi script. This is a language which was used at that time. So it was in your Kharosthi script. I am showing you the pictures of your. This was the image of Buddha. Okay, in the your Gandhara School of Arts. This is beta headless statue of Kanishka. Below here, here in this part, it is written the great king, the king of kings. Okay, this was made by Mathura School of Art. Understood? Now next topic. Next topic is about the trade. Yeah, you can say beta. The great king, the king of kings, and his majesty. Majesty means the ruler only, who is ruling at that time. It was written. Now we are going to do the topic of trade. See, this empire, Kanishka's empire, they used to import ivory and gold from Ethiopia. Means we Indians used to import ivory and gold from Ethiopia. There is no such period. They are telling no such period when the trade happened. They are generally talking about the trade from AD 200 BC, so from 200 BC to 300 AD. Okay, this time period trade they are telling. So Indians used to import ivory and gold from Ethiopia. Copper and tin was also imported, copper, tin, gold from Rome. Ivory and gold from Ethiopia, copper, gold and tin from Rome. Your rice, wheat, pearls, silk, spices, precious stones, they were exported from India to other parts of the world. These things were exported from India to other parts of the world. In the previous chapter map, we did not Takshashila, Mathura, Ujjain. These were the main centers of your trade and commerce. Takshila, Mathura, Ujjain, these were the main centers of your trade and commerce. Coins at that time were used, means made up of gold, silver, and copper. coins at that time were made up of gold, silver, and copper. Now we are talking about the Silk Route. After that, I'm going to ask questions from you. If I talk about Silk Route, China, Central Asia, and Roman Empire, they are saying the Silk Route was very prominent. Prominence means main during this time. It began in China, where it started. It started from China, covering your Central Asia, and it ended in your Roman Empire. Where did it ended? In your Roman Empire. Main item which was traded through Silk Route was silk only. That's why the name was Silk Route. Why the name was Silk Route? The main item which was traded at that time was silk. Chinese were the first to make silk. Okay, it was called Silk Route because the main item which was traded was your silk, and the Chinese were the first to make your silk. Chinese traders carried silk to other parts of the world. Through the Silk Route only, Chinese traders traveled to different parts of the countries and they took this silk with them. Many rulers tried that they should control this Silk Route. Many rulers tried that we want to control this Silk Route. It was through this route only you can come to India. You can come in contact with distant lands also. In return for the protection they got from the rulers, the trader gave them part of the profit. I shown you na Silk Route. Beta, this was the Silk Route. Yes, Lagan, Silk Route was only first when it was started, then only silk was the item which was traded. See, the other countries are also coming in between this Silk Route. So what happened? These other countries give protection to the traders. The rulers of these countries used to give protection to the traders, and your traders used to give the part of their profit to the rulers. Because there is very much risk when you are traveling through Silk Route. So when the traveler is going through Silk Route, the trader used to get what? The trader used to get the part of the profit from the trader. Sorry, that ruler used to get the part of profit from the trader. Like I am coming in your territory, you live in some other country, and I am traveling through Silk Route coming in your country. I am saying you give me protection, I'll give you my part of profit. So while traveling this Silk Route, they give, but there is a risk na, thieves are there. Okay. Yes, Gurshan, only silk was the first item which was traded through the Silk Route. But the Silk Route is too big. Okay. And it was too long. So thieves were there sitting. So they want protection from the rulers on. That somebody should not take their item from them, whatever they are trading in. The glossy color, have you seen silk? It is very glossy in color. It is having smooth texture. It is mostly a high valued fiber, silk. So technique means 7,000 years ago, Chinese invented the technique of making silk. Yeah, India was also trading. So 7,000 years ago, Chinese invented technique of, beta China invented. This Silk Route China built. So 7,000 years ago, Chinese invented the technique that how the silk cloth is made. This method was kept closely secret and guarded for thousands of years, that nobody should know how we are making silk. Sukh Sehaj, first item was silk. Later on, the other item trade started. This only I am telling. The first item which they were trading in, that was silk. Later on, the trade of other items started. While the method remained closely guarded, secret of 1,000 years, some people from China went to distant lands on foot, on horseback, and on camels, and carried silk with them. I told you, this was Silk Route. So many travelers, they go by foot, they go by horses, sometimes they go by camels to trade this Silk Route. Gushan, either you are sleeping. This Silk Route I have shown you on the map of the world. In the beginning also I have shown. Now also I am showing. See, beta, it started from China till your Roman Empire. In between, these many countries are coming. So yes, the paths they followed came to be called Silk Route. The path which these traders followed, they became the Silk Route. Find any doubt? Now you may ask in the chat. Okay, very good. No doubt. Clear everything. What is guarded to protect Suryadev? Yeah, people travel. The name was given Silk Route. Which man standing? Bhumi, I'm not getting you what you are asking. Any other thing you want to ask? Yes, it is there, Alek. He was a tolerant king. That's why they have not, it was the school of art who was making Kanishka's statue. They have not made the head. That's why the name is Headless Statue of Kanishka. Okay, this is a traveler only. Bhumi, this is the traveler only in the map who is traveling. By dyeing Viraj, we dye the color and we give the color to silk. Prominence means important. Any other question you need to ask? Thank you, Gunjan. Now, ma'am may ask question from you, one or two. Let's start. Beta, Zoroastrian Iran religion. Capital of Cholas, Urayur. First was Urayur. Puhar after that. Raghav, your headless statue was made by Mathura. Raghav Singla. Beta, one by one you can ask, na, like this. What about Cheras? Chera was a Kerala country. Beta, Bhavinder, just now I told you they travel by foot, either they travel by horses, either they travel by camels. That time cars were not invented. Cars were not there. Mehak Batra. Ayan Goyal. Hardik Dhingra. Keshav. I should appreciate Bhumi. Bhumi was the one who sent me the worksheet in the night after solving it. Well done, Bhumi. Who is on unmute, beta? Keshav. Keshav. Keshav, you have to speak after you are unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Keshav. Keshav, Silk Route was invented by which country?
Ma'am, Silk Route was invited by
Very good, Vanshika,
China.
Bhumi, Namo, Daksh, Lagan, Saksham Rana, Shaurya.
China.
China. Okay. And it till where it went?
Ma'am, it went till Italy.
Till Italy. Italy is where? Which empire was there?
There was
Sahajpreet. Just now I told you. Sahajpreet, Tashi, Teerth.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, beta. Beta, till where it was Silk Route?
Ma'am, till China.
Nee, China to started it. From China till where?
Okay. Ma'am, Italy.
Till Roman Empire. Till your Roman Empire it was. Okay, so today class is about to over. Today till here the Silk Route you have to revise. Till Silk Route you have to revise. Watch the videos. If you are unable to understand anything, watch the videos again. Worksheet you have to solve whichever worksheet I'm sending you. Okay, keep this in your mind.